Took her to rehearsals, right?
Yeah?
Because she liked music. I took her to rehearsals, and while I was at rehearsals, someone had called my father, who was a police officer. He was a drug enforcement agent, a DEA officer, and it told my dad at the time, we know for a fact that Justin is using drugs while he has his daughter. And we think that you should go talk to him. So he gets my mom, and they drive up from Houston, and they break into my house. Yes, Lord Jesus! They break into my house, and I come home with my 7-year-old, and my dad comes walking out, and he says, "Come here, give me a hug, little baby girl." And she says, "Hi, Poppy," and she hugs him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, "Go inside with your grandmother and go play. I need to talk to your dad." And that's when I knew something was, it's okay, though. That's when I knew something was wrong. So my legs started shaking. My face was pale. And he took me in the kitchen. And he pushed me against the corner. And he said to me, "What's this?" And I said, "That's not what you think it is." And he says, "It's not what I think it is. Do you think I'm fucking stupid?" Because I found it in your bathroom, but it was all over the fucking floor. If your 7-year-old would have gotten in there, she could have gotten hurt. What the fuck? And then I looked at him, and I said to him, I said, "That's not what you think it is." And then he said, "Oh, really? Well, I'm a fucking cop. I brought a test. We're going to test it right here in the kitchen. And you're going to tell me what it is afterwards." And then he put it in there. He said, "If I put it in here and it turns purple, it's positive for methamphetamine." Don't do that. Please don't put it in there. And he puts it in, and he crunches it, and it turns purple. And he looks at me with this look that I'll never forget. And he said, "You are a son of a bitch." And then he said, "Honey, come in here." And he picked up my 7-year-old, right? And he said, "Kiss your daddy goodbye. You're coming with us." And I stood there in shock, like, who the fuck do you think you are? You can't do that. And she goes, "Bye, Daddy." With this confused look because she just flew down to stay with me. Now she's leaving the house. And my dad looks at me, takes her outside, and I'm following them outside like I'm gonna do something, right? Like I'm about to do something. Puts her in the back seat, snaps her into this Snoopy little seat, and that's when it just hit me. Like this is. It's okay, it's okay. Hey, if I'm telling this story, let him hear it, it's okay. Listen. And that's when it hit me, guys. You don't have to kick him out. That's when it hit me, like, she's too innocent for this. And my dad, he turned to me and he stood between the cars and he said, "You're never gonna see her again until you get cleaned up." And she drove off, right? And I'm waving. And I'm glad you're up there, man, because what's the next fucking thing I did? No. I went right back in and I got fucking caught. That's addiction. Even that didn't stop. The only reason I tell you this is because I know there's a few of you in here that are holding a secret. And I know some of you might need to hear it. I'm not doing it for attention. Because that little girl now, guess what? She fucking lives with me now. Right? So you can laugh. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But my shit is good now, dog. That father of mine passed away a year ago. It's okay. This isn't a sympathy show. He's up in heaven fucking fishing, man. That day must have been the hardest shit for him. To look at me and have to take my kid away without me punching him in the face. He would have knocked my shit out. He was a bad motherfucker. And now whenever I look in the mirror, I see that bad motherfucker. This next song goes out to you guys. Anybody out there that's holding a secret goes out to that guy and everybody else, including my dad. This is called Fear. Oh.